let's begin this. First of all, thank you everyone for taking out time to join this webinar here today. The subject, as you might have already known by now, is about WhatsApp marketing and how you can use WhatsApp business and WhatsApp business marketing platforms to maximize your customer engagement, to improve your sales, and overall scale your business upwards in this year. Now, today we have with us Ms. Rimjhim Ray. She is the Vice President of Marketing at MyOperator. She is the ex-business head of Leo Burnett as well as she is on the advisory board of NICECOM Insights. Now, with all of that, she has the expertise to talk about A, marketing, B, using the modes of communication, that is voice, SMS, WhatsApp. And on top of that, WhatsApp is something that, since I know her, I know that she personally loves, because this is one of the biggest platforms that you have in India right now, where most of your audience will be there. So I'll now give the stage to Rimjhim to present her screen and give her masterclass on this particular topic. Over to you, Rimjhim.
Great. Thank you so much, Sanat, and thanks to everyone who is here. I know this is always the post-lunch hour. It's a tiring period. You've been working all week. This is Thursday, almost at the end of this week. So I really want to thank you to take a time off, from your busy schedule, from whatever else you were doing, to come here today. We speak about WhatsApp. As Sanat was saying, WhatsApp has become the de facto communication channel in India. There are 500 million of us in India on WhatsApp. India's population is about 1.3 billion. So if it's take a percentage, it's almost 50%. If you take the target audience, obviously infants and babies would not be on WhatsApp. We look at the target audience, people who can use WhatsApp, say the 14+ year olds, is almost 100% penetration. We have Soppers USA, which is where WhatsApp was founded in the first place. And of course, now Meta has acquired it. It was one of the costliest acquisitions. We have Soppers USA, we have Soppers Brazil. And now that's why, the entire Meta's leadership is also very bullish about India, and they're introducing new products for India. In fact, yesterday, I was talking to a product manager at Meta, and they are doing this SMB Sathi program, which is feet on street for Facebook. It's very unusual for a digital first platform to go out on the streets to woo small and medium businesses, but they're so bullish about India that they're doing this. So from that perspective, we being a communication platform, a communication company, we realize that, it's standing in 2023, just voice is not enough. Just emails are not enough. They were relevant, maybe that was all you needed 25 years back. Right now, you have to be on the channel that your customers are on, that your end users are on. With that, we have been very bullish about developing out WhatsApp for businesses so that our customers can use it. I would want to, at the masterclass today or the webinar today, we're going to talk about WhatsApp. What are the features that WhatsApp gives you for managing your enterprise communication, for managing your end customer engagement. We're going to talk about some of the use cases and how some brands like say HDFC or Make My Trip, etc. Some of the names, brands that we use in everyday life, how they have been using WhatsApp to make the customer journey easier. We're going to talk about some of the technicalities of it. And then at the end, of course, I think the most important part, we'll have a Q&A session where I try to answer most of the questions. We can't answer some, and I'll make sure that we get back to you on them. This is a new, in a way, while WhatsApp has kind of taken over the consumer space by storm, for businesses, it's still a new platform. So if you ask most of your traditional brands, etc., they might still not have a WhatsApp channel. I was in Chennai last week, was talking to one of the largest retailers there. They said, yes, we do realize that we have to use WhatsApp because SMS do not give us the same returns anymore. But we're yet to try using it because we do not know, how complex it is. So for businesses, yes, most of businesses are still taking baby steps. So if you're still not on WhatsApp, then nothing to fear. There are a lot of brands probably also catching up on WhatsApp. So it's just the right time to get started. So I'll share my screen. And we'll have some interesting slides here. We'll talk you and walk you through them. And at the end, we'll try and make it as interactive as possible. And so before we start, just a little about us to contextualize, who are you hearing this from? Sunas has given has introduced me as a speaker. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at MyOperator. And MyOperator, as many of you might be familiar, because some of you might already be customers or our partners, is one of India's leading cloud communications platform. We work with some of the, the most iconic brands, be it in the consumer space, be it in the enterprise space, or even in the government space. We have worked with IRCTC, we worked with NCR. We work with Razorpay, Lenskart, Myntra, Amazon, Apollo. Very much, the who's who of India's clientele list use MyOperator for, for some or all of their communication needs. WhatsApp is a part of it's one of the products that we have introduced very recently. And as I said, we also as a business realize that it's not enough to just cater to voice as a platform for your customer support. You have to be there on the platform that your customers are using. So WhatsApp is a very important part of our campaign management suite. We realize that our customers are omni-channel. They are already using a number of channels. What are the channels that we as a business are using? Are we on the channels that our customers are using? So kind of this introspection led us to evolve this campaign management or the customer engagement suite to include voice, to include SMS, and to include WhatsApp, what we're going to talk about. WhatsApp is one of the most, kind of flexible and pretty powerful business suite. And I guess the fact that makes it the most relevant is, of course, the sheer user volume, the sheer volume of people who are using it. So we move on and we deep dive, having covered who we are and what we do. We now make this about you. We see how WhatsApp fits into your everyday business use cases. All right, so we said, as I said that, your consumer behaviors are continuously evolving. So like if you see in the last 10 years as compared to the last 20 years, as compared to the last 30 years, so many things have changed. And I guess in the last 20, 25, 20, 10 odd years have been, 15 odd years have been extremely volatile. Once smartphone emerged, your consumer became really powerful. They now have a very powerful device in the palm of their hand, and then they're using it. Of course, then social media also emerged. So let's kind of take a typical day in the life of a business operating today. Be it, say in the B2C space, where you are dealing with end users on a day-to-day basis. So a typical day might be looking like something like this. You may or may not, some of you might be agreeing with me, some of you might be nodding your heads. So you're handling a social media escalation. Your social media manager comes running to you and say, boss, there's a crisis. Some of our customers are suddenly very angry because one of our product lines failed, or one of our delivery didn't reach on time. You have an angry customer at the same time. And so if you're an operations manager, this could be a day in your life. At the same time, one of your customer service representatives comes and tells you there's an angry customer on the phone, and his package has been misplaced, and nothing I say is flattering him. You have prospects bombarding you on chat. Now, how are you going to manage all of this? How are you going to deal with all of this? Your problems explode if you do not have a unified way. If your communication system is still stuck in, say, 1995 or 2005, you do not have a way of dealing with this. As it is, the modern world we stay in is very volatile, but it can feel even more volatile if you do not have the right tools and platforms. Technology can make a lot of what is a very confusing business space much more easier to navigate. So, for example, if you do not have a unified number, this may not be happening with the larger enterprises. They are more or less unified this part, but maybe if you're a large startup, you just started accelerating your revenues, or your mid-sized company, you do not have a single business number. That's a very typical problem, because your customers are then calling you on multiple numbers. They're getting answers back on multiple numbers. If they talk to one agent or one service representative on one day, he calls back again the next day, and then he's having to explain his problem again. A customer is probably trying to reach you on chat. He's probably trying to reach you on WhatsApp, and you do not have a unified view of his problems. So every time, whether you're initiating a conversation with him on social media, or on one of your multiple phone numbers, or on chat, you're basically starting from scratch. And that's very, very irritating to the end user. The end user expects that he is a single entity. Your business will treat him as a single entity. So is there a solution? Well, the solution is, of course, you have to upgrade your communication systems. You have to be very strategic. You have to look at where you have to, well, even if you start upgrading your systems, I say take a step back and look at a strategic overhaul. Look at, analyze where your customers really are. Analyze how are you reaching out to them, analyzing where the gaps in your system are. WhatsApp, of course, is a good solution, but I say even before you come to WhatsApp, you have to understand, for example, if you're a B2B player, you're in consulting, WhatsApp might not be the most relevant channel for you, might be dealing a lot on emails. But you're a B2C player, you do a lot of deliveries, say you, maybe even if you're a bank, your consumers are on WhatsApp. Consumers are end users, right? It's the individual customer that we're talking about. There are a lot on WhatsApp. In that case, WhatsApp becomes a relevant channel for you. So I'd say that even before you jump to a WhatsApp ecosystem, you'd even have to take a step back and understand really, really well where your customers are, where your consumers are, what are their digital habits like, what are the channels that they will prefer to interact with you on. And then you see, then you do a gap analysis to understand, are you kind of catering to those channels? Do you have a unified CRM which is able to pull data from various communication channels and give you one single view? Now, why WhatsApp makes it easier, and I said, especially in the perspective of a B2C kind of a company where we are dealing with end users, you're able to digitize a lot of this communication. You are able to automate a large part of the conversations. So right now there are two problems. One, there is very, kind of decreasing attention span. If your consumer are calling you and they want the solution right now, they don't want to wait. Second, at the same time, the volume of conversation is exploding. So no matter how much you scale your customer service team, at the end you'll see that you're still struggling. WhatsApp helps to kind of digitize some part of this, automate a lot of your routine customer inquiries. And that's why it becomes like a pretty good, clean solution for modern businesses. You can even integrate the ecosystem, because you might have to work with if you have a technology, if you have a good technology team in house, they might be able to do this, or you work with a solution provider in the WhatsApp space who are able to integrate a WhatsApp, say with a Zapier or a CRM to give you a unified view. You have a single WhatsApp platform. So even if the conversation has started on WhatsApp for your consumer, see the beauty of this, your end user comes to your website. If you have a WhatsApp number, he can, let's kind of separate out the communication here. There are two ways. So if he's trying to chat with you, he comes to your website, and maybe you have a chat powered by, say, a Fresh Chat or a Zendesk solution. The chat pops up and the user is chatting there. He crosses that website button, he goes, navigates to another tab, he's forgotten about the conversation. It's not really sticky. On the other hand, you have a WhatsApp number, your consumer initiates the conversation on WhatsApp, is his WhatsApp, right? He's not going to go off his WhatsApp. WhatsApp is something he's using on a regular basis in his own life. Once he has started the conversation there, it stays with him. So even if you're replying offline to him, or even if he kind of sees the history later, all the history with your brand is there with him. So that kind of what makes a WhatsApp communication really, really sticky. It's there on the user's device, on his user's own WhatsApp application. Whereas if you're doing it on your website, there's always a possibility he navigates away from your website and the chat history is lost for him. So you have so the way that it works, you have a centralized business number, you have a WhatsApp platform in the middle, and then this communication, the WhatsApp communication that your customer has initiated with you is routed through the platform to either a bot. So if you, for example, if you navigate to the HDFC website and you say hi, you click on the WhatsApp button and you say hi, or you take the WhatsApp number and you send a hi to them, they send you back an automated message with some options like, do you want a new loan, are you an existing customer, etc. So the preliminary part of your communication is probably being handled by a bot. After that, a sales agent or a support agent can intervene. They have everything on the panel on one central platform. Also, and this is something we are even using for one of our own products, you can integrate this in a WhatsApp communication with a traditional help desk platform, like say a Fresh Chat, etc., that you're already using. So in that case, your sales or your support agents do not have to manage multiple softwares. Do not have to go to multiple platforms to even check out your WhatsApp communication or to check out your regular chats. On one central chat software, be it maybe a Fresh Chat, for example, you can see even the WhatsApp communication initiated by your customer. So it becomes, operationally pretty easy for you. Now, why should you even do this? All right, so WhatsApp makes life easier. WhatsApp gives you a lot of advantages, but why should you do this? I think the answer lies in the number, the phenomenal adoption that WhatsApp has had in India. So it's 487 million plus active accounts. In fact, this is probably already crossed 500. This is 2021-22 data. And you've got 200 million plus monthly active users. WhatsApp business is also kind of fast catching up in India. The 15 million WhatsApp business accounts. Now, WhatsApp business, of course, I'll take a pause here and to make a distinction. Now, there are two things that WhatsApp offers to businesses. One is something very simple. It's the WhatsApp business app. Just anyone, even a freelancer, or you run a small digital agency, or you are a solopreneur, you can download it. It's a free app, and you can configure your business. You can set up your business profile. You can set up your credentials. You can set up basic automated replies. This again, you don't really need a lot of external support, or do not need a lot of technical acumen to set this up. It's pretty straightforward. There are a number of help FAQs available on the net. Have a problem, you can set this up quite easily. The other thing, and this is this is for large to medium businesses, where WhatsApp offers a WhatsApp business platform. So this 15 million businesses is WhatsApp business platform plus the individual business accounts. Now the WhatsApp business platform is slightly more complicated. This is where, so when you talk about, I gave you the example of a HDFC bank responding to you via an automated bot, having, carrying on an entire conversation. When you send a message to our business and then they say hi, and then the first 3-4 messages you can understand they're templatized, and you're just, you're conversing with a bot there. Or if you are, say, a Lenskart customer, Lenskart keeps sending you all these offer details through WhatsApp. Or if you are booked your trip on, say, a Go Ibibo or a Make My Trip, then they send you booking details through WhatsApp once you have done the booking. Now, these are obviously this kind of automation. For this automation, you need the WhatsApp business platform and the WhatsApp APIs. That is what we're going to cover in more detail in this session as we go forward. Right, so let's look at what WhatsApp offers businesses like you, whether you are a SMB or you're an enterprise. What has WhatsApp got in store for you? Right. So I've already been talking about this, the smart chat and chatbots. See, customers support is costly. I mean, talk to any business owner or an operation head. This is a problem that we have all been trying to solve for ages, because you have got, you've got thousands of customers. You have got them pinging you at all time of the day. You have got a variety of people. India is also a multilingual country. There's so many problems that kind of pile up here. And again, scaling up our customer support is never an easy problem to solve. Hiring, training staff, making sure that they're deployed, making sure there's retraining from time to time. It's a complicated process, a costly process, because there's it's a linear model. You have to scale your customer support, you have to keep adding people. And a linear model, as any business owner will tell you, has its own flaws. Now, but what WhatsApp does it gives you the benefit of smart chat and chatbots. So some of your routine queries, a customer just saying, a customer just reaching out to you on a regular day, you can handle a lot of the things through a bot. It's like an automated IVR, but just on a chat. If you see, if you look at a 2020 versus the 2010, I was talking to someone at Urban Clap, and they said, one of the reasons why Urban Clap has worked is people don't like to call and follow up the person. They find it much easier to book on an app and then have all the communication on chat. Consumer habits are changing. So what was IVR maybe 10-15 years ago is kind of chat is taking that same place. IVR is still very relevant and very important, but so is something like an automated chat channel. Now WhatsApp gives you the flexibility to build your own chatbots. Your customer flows. If you're a bank, for example, if someone reaches out to you and you say, what do you want to do? It's a new customer, open account. Are you an existing customer? Report a lost or stolen card. Just think, you have called up your ICICI Bank, these are first of the 3-4 menus you hear when you call them up. Similar menu can be replicated on WhatsApp. And then based on the options, so if someone says open an account, you can give him the chatbot probably replies with all the details that this person needs to open an account. Maybe he needs a KYC, he maybe needs a PAN card, he needs an Aadhaar card, etc. And then redirects him to an online account opening screen. If this person said report a stolen card, then the bot can prompt him for the card details and then initiate a blocking process at the back end. So to understand what it does is, a lot of your routine queries, as I was saying, if the chatbot is handling, that obviously means that you have less pressure on your customer support departments. You have less pressure on an executive. Obviously, at any point in time, that option is there that your customer service representative or an agent, they can intervene and they can take over a chat and they can start chatting with the customer. But as I said, to reiterate the point, the more automation you have in customer support, the more routine tasks you can automate, you make your customer support more and more scalable. Right. So from customer support as a use case, for smart bots and WhatsApp chatbots, as I said, the other key use case that WhatsApp is used for is marketing. So you can broadcast offers, product updates, run other campaigns on your user base. You've got your entire user database or your prospect database. You can do all of this. So in the last case, in the last slide, I was talking about a UIC or a user initiated communication, where a user is coming to you to talk about something. WhatsApp or Meta makes a distinction between UIC and a BIC. A BIC is something that we use in marketing, which is a business initiated communication. So examples of campaigns where you are proactively sending your customers, say, offers or new product launches or maybe coupons are examples of BIC. Now, WhatsApp, which is almost 20x the open rates of email, it also has a higher open rate than SMS now. It's a great way of engaging your customers and prospects. But there's also a flip side to it. And I just wanted to throw a word of caution here. Meta, I guess, it realizes, that WhatsApp is a very personal space. Most of us, in our day-to-day lives, in our personal lives, we use WhatsApp to keep in touch with friends and family. We're part of all those family WhatsApp groups where your uncle shares jokes, or or all the good morning messages you get from your friends that makes you smile in the morning. It's a very personal space at the end of the day. So for a business to invade that space and send messages, even in the slightest way also is an intrusion. So while I'm telling you as a marketer that WhatsApp is really a powerful tool in a marketer's hand, but it's something also to be used very, very cautiously. That's why Facebook has, or Meta has, given people option to block you. If you're sending irrelevant messages, if you're spamming your users, just because I have a WhatsApp, I can broadcast so many messages. There's a good chance if users start blocking you, then WhatsApp will automatically decrease your quality score. If your quality score decreases, then you might even be barred from sending messages, or you might be giving a cooling period when you're not able to send messages. And I'm probably adding this as a cautionary word here, because just because you have WhatsApp, it's like the Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to manage your campaigns well, make sure what you're sending your customers are highly relevant to them. Don't do a one user group and broadcast to everyone. Try sending people personalized messages, which is relevant to them, which is relevant to, which is offers which are relevant for them, products which are relevant for them. Make sure that just decrease the chances of users blocking you. Right. So obviously, when you have, such a powerful broadcasting platform, or you have such a useful user engagement platform, next question would be, can I integrate it with some other platforms, like say a CRM? So that is possible. A CRM plus a WhatsApp integration is a very powerful feature. What I talked about, sending out personalized messages to your user bases. So if you can have a CRM plus your WhatsApp integrated, then obviously means you're able to understand who your customer profiles are and able to send messages accordingly. All right, this, again is something that lures a lot of businesses and a lot of brands. Like, it lures us also, the WhatsApp green tick. So WhatsApp green tick is awarded to verified businesses, and it's not just verified businesses. There are whole lot of criteria that you have to tick off. You need to have your PR, you need to be verified, you need to have a high trust factor. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which angle you look at it, it's now not as easy as, say, getting a Twitter blue tick. Like Twitter has made its blue tick available if you pay $8. Here, even if there's a service fee, yes, for green tick, but even if you pay it, there's no, there's absolutely no guarantee that you're going to get a green tick. And I think, it's kind of good that it remains this way, that, you are a valid business, you're a verified business, you have got some credibility and a trust factor in the market. It probably protects the end user from a lot of spam content otherwise. But here, what you need to do is work with a platform company, or you need to work with a proper consulting company who can tell you what are the things that you need to tick in order for WhatsApp to give you this green tick. Now, the other use case for WhatsApp, of course, is add the WhatsApp number directly to your website or to your social media channels. So I was giving you the advantage. I go to an HDFC website, I see a WhatsApp icon there. I click on it, the chat app opens on my own WhatsApp application, and I can initiate the conversation from there. So likewise, you can also add WhatsApp to, say, a Facebook or Instagram. We talked about disparate channels, right? At the beginning of this presentation, we talked about customers reaching out through multiple channels, and you as a business getting flooded. If you're able to centralize your communication on WhatsApp, something that your consumers are very used to using, at least in India, and you make your WhatsApp number, probably your de facto communication channel, then it streamlines a lot of the communication problems that I was talking about earlier. So kind of summarizing here, there are three main use cases, that I see for WhatsApp. One is sales engagement. Now, sales has a pipeline. And again, so I talked about in the beginning that B2C is a better use case for WhatsApp than B2B. But sales engagement is one place that even B2B can use WhatsApp for. So generally in any sales deal, you have a pipeline, right? People come to you, they evaluate your product, they sign up for a demo. Then you have conversations, and some of the times the demo can convert into a closed deal. At each stage of this pipeline, you might already be delivering certain nudges or certain information to your customer. When you talk about a customer, it's probably a person on behalf of your customer company is evaluating you. So you're probably sending out a lot of information to him. When he's doing a demo, you're sending out nudges to him so that he moves from one stage to another. You can also do this on WhatsApp. Again, the advantage of doing this on WhatsApp is, see, when someone has signed up for your demo, he has already opted in. So you already have an opted-in customer, so you can initiate a conversation on WhatsApp with him. And the advantage of doing this over WhatsApp, over a platform channel like email, is of course the higher open rates and more real-time feedback. WhatsApp, because the user is more likely to be present on WhatsApp than on channels like email or even SMS. He's probably not checking emails or SMS as regularly as WhatsApp. The feedback that you get from him, the response that you get is more real-time. So your sales cycles might be accelerated. Also, post-sales engagement. So say I have just bought something from Lenskart, Lenskart can always send me a great message saying that thank you for your purchase, and send me the warranty card there, can send me all other information for my product, maybe send me also a product guide on how to use my glasses, etc. on there. Or if you have recently booked a ticket via GoIbibo or Make My Trip, I found this feature very useful. They send you the entire itinerary. They send you the next step in the process. If I booked a flight, they send me the next step that you can also book a cab right now. So it's kind of engaging me right after a sales. It's probably giving more business to the enterprise. So for example, in GoIbibo's case, they're also able to upsell me to book a cab, because I'm in that purchase moment, I'm more likely to take the next action. And for the user also, it's a great experience, because previous I used to book, and then my then my booking boarding pass used to come on email. It was a very disconnected journey. For me, it's all happening right there on the smartphone that I'm using. The second use case is, again, what we have been talking about, customer engagement, customer success, and support. So as a business, you're supporting probably thousands of customers, and it's your job as a business to make their life easier, to give them timely information, to make sure that you're responding to their queries. So WhatsApp as a support channel is great. As I said, it can be, your agents can be logged into one central platform. They can even be logged into the traditional chat, most of the chat systems right now support a WhatsApp integration, be it a fresh chat, etc. They just have to be on that platform. It's just that you as a business are seen as much more responsive. Of course, there's a flip side there, and this is something that you as a business needs to figure out. When you open up WhatsApp as a channel of communication, you're likely to receive much more messages. But in the time that we live in 2023, you do not really have a choice. If you're not responsive, if you're not opening up channels that your customers want to use you for, you're probably making sure that they're switching over to competition. And the third use case is marketing campaigns, the source of which we just discussed. You can broadcast offers, you can send out personalized coupons, you can send out product updates, etc. Just make sure that you're not overdoing this, you're not spamming or bombarding people with messages, and you should be good. All right, so in the next few slides, we just look at a few use cases of WhatsApp across industries. One of the industry might be matching with yours. If it doesn't match, you can always ask me a question at the end that how WhatsApp is relevant for your specific industry. The first is banking and financial services. I've been giving this example, and some of the largest banks, HDFC, etc. Some of the giants of banking, they have been the fastest to adopt WhatsApp. So if you're a challenger bank or if a new fintech company, you don't really have a choice but probably follow the market leaders here. Again, for banking or insurance or financial services, which are very consumer-oriented industry, WhatsApp-based communications shows your responsiveness, increases a lot of trust factor, and makes you much faster in resolving customer queries or customer complaints, which in turn means by higher CSAT or Net Promoter Score for you, and that in turn, obviously, at the end of the day, will translate to more business. The second use case, and of course, e-commerce or retail, again, in a very consumer-oriented industry. Lenskart is a great example. Well, at times I might have, I have had a problem with, maybe too many offers coming my way, but they have recently seem to have corrected that. But the WhatsApp login, this is another use case that you can consider. So although instead of that OTP based or the social logins, there's a more hassle-free way of logging in that you can now offer your customers. It's much more seamless. I've tried the WhatsApp login, and it really works very smoothly. This is something you can even consider adding to your own website or to your own application. Travel, hospitality, it's Go Avivo and Make My Trips examples are here. But even I've seen in individual hotels like Marriott, etc. If you sign up for their club programs, and they do a pretty good job of not spamming you but sending you relevant offers, etc. Again, as I said, typically see the problem. Usually, what we have before WhatsApp kind of came, we used to get travel related itineraries after you've done the booking, either on email or an SMS. SMS, the problem is, you do not. It does not really support rich media in the way that WhatsApp does. So with WhatsApp, Make My Trip or Book Go Avivo or any other travel platform for that matter are able to send you boarding passes, able to send you PDF attachments. That makes life so much easier. So if I'm traveling, I have got my boarding passes sent over WhatsApp. I just open my WhatsApp, I click on it, and I'm able to see it, show it to the security at the airport, and I'm in. So that makes my life as an end user or a flyer so hassle-free. For businesses, of course, that means a greater customer satisfaction. All right, so we have been talking about WhatsApp from the point of view of brands or businesses. I'll take maybe about 5-10 minutes to also talk about what this proliferation of WhatsApp really means for you if you're an agency. Yeah, so if you're an agency, you're probably already helping your customers adopt various channels to boost their marketing and their customer engagement. It's high time that you start adding WhatsApp as a capability to your agency portfolio. You have seen the kind of adoption that WhatsApp has had. You've seen WhatsApp the relevance or the efficacy of WhatsApp as a customer engagement as a marketing channel. If you're not telling your customers to shift to WhatsApp, someone else is telling them. And that means potentially a lost business opportunity for you. Now, WhatsApp for business in India is a $1 billion business for Meta itself. So imagine, what percentage of that pie would you want to take for yourself? As an agency, you work with multiple customers. So, for you to offer WhatsApp, whether you become a partner yourself or you work with a WhatsApp service provider, it's your choice. But adding at least WhatsApp consulting to a portfolio is something that you probably should have done last year. If you're not done it, the next best time is now. Now, to offer WhatsApp APIs or WhatsApp solutions, you sign up to be a Meta business partner. Now, Meta business partner, again, you need to tick a lot of boxes before you become a badged Meta business partner. Alternatively, as I said, you can always work with a WhatsApp platform. And there's a volume game you're playing here. If you're working with a WhatsApp platform, which is able to give you the APIs that you need for your customers, you can always add your consulting charges and your own expertise fees on top of it and resell and sell it to your customer. So it's win-win for both of you. And also, as an agency, it's not just adding WhatsApp to your capability deck as an offering for your end customer. It can also be a very good tool for you to boost your own business. Say if you're a micro agency or a freelancer, you're a group of few friends who have just set up an agency, definitely get a WhatsApp business account, and make sure that you've got your business details all updated there. WhatsApp business also gives you a catalog capability to include your catalog or WhatsApp of what are your offerings. WhatsApp business, the free version of the app, also gives you basic automated responses. So if people are coming and telling you, can always, the first message that goes from you when they click on, when they're trying to chat with you, it can always be a good welcome message introducing your business. All right, so for the WhatsApp business, and this is for the WhatsApp business platform, not the WhatsApp business app. I made the distinction in the beginning, the WhatsApp API and the WhatsApp business platform. There are a few things that you need. So one is a verified Facebook business manager ID. You need a business mobile number. You need a relevant display name. Of course, there are maybe other technical requirements also. Then when you get into detailed technical consulting, that can be worked out. But these are the basic requirements that you need to get your business API account. So that's all really for today. I'll stop the share and I'll open the platform up for questions. I wanted to keep this short and to the point so that we can make it interactive and understand what are the use cases that you are dealing with. I'd love to learn from you. So let's open the floor for questions.
Yeah, Rimjhim, thank you so much for that elaborate description on WhatsApp marketing. We have a few questions here from our guests. First one being, can it be used only if somebody has approached us on WhatsApp through some channel, or it can be outbound as well? So to rephrase, is WhatsApp solution only for incoming chats or also for outgoing chats?
No, you can also do it for outgoing. As I was saying, there are two types of communication: UIC, which is user-initiated communication or chat, and BIC, which is business-initiated communication or chat. Now, WhatsApp, Meta usually charges you more for a BIC. The price is almost twice of that of a UIC. That is one restriction. And second is, people can block you. If you're sending a BIC and people are blocking you, it's an irrelevant message. Then your quality score gets decreased. If your quality score is decreased beyond a point, you might be barred from sending outgoing messages. So there's a no spam, or well, no spam is not possible, but at least reduce spam policy that Meta follows. But yes, to answer your question, you can use it for outbound.
That's great. That's one question answered. Now, one good question which has come is, how is it for education industry? How do you help with WhatsApp marketing? Which I think you can definitely help on.
Right. I think, education is one of the best use cases. Well, I didn't cover it in the use cases which spoke about, but education is one of the best use cases, I think for, WhatsApp in general, for the WhatsApp ecosystem in general. Um, even without going to the business part of it, no, I have seen, for instance, the school, if you are an educator or if you run a school, especially in COVID times, almost all schools have these WhatsApp groups, right? And then all the parents were added, or if there were older children, they were added, and they used it as a de facto community. So the schools use it to build the communities. And that is, an everyday use of the WhatsApp. Even if you don't have a WhatsApp business account or you don't have a WhatsApp API account, you're still able to use WhatsApp in its most basic avatar. Now, of course, as a WhatsApp API, there's an entire student engagement can be automated, right? So let's say a student signs up for a course, you send him all the, you can send him class routines and timetables on WhatsApp. If you're an edtech, let's say. If obviously in schools, there's a lot of face-to-face interaction. So you may or may not be using now WhatsApp for a day-to-day communication. Report cards can be sent on WhatsApp to parents. Students' progress can be sent. And this is all very relevant communication. Now, education is one place where, that case of Meta blocking you or people blocking you because you're sending irrelevant will be very less, unless you're spamming your students or your parents with offers, which I'm sure most institutes or most edtech companies will not do. Education is, it's kind of one of the most respected kind of industries, where WhatsApp can be used, and WhatsApp can be used for very legitimate use cases. So your student engagement, as I said, can be, it's a very pretty strong use case. Sending study materials, because WhatsApp allows you to go multimedia. It can, it can let you send videos or even PDFs, etc. So all of those could be sent over WhatsApp. The entire community management can happen on WhatsApp. And again, of course, if you want to stretch the use cases, a lot of schools, if it's an admission season, you would even use WhatsApp for engaging your prospects or sending out admission notices to people, so if you're an MBA school, it's a very common use case for an MBA college. There might be people who probably applied last year, but for some reason they couldn't join or they didn't meet the criteria. I'm giving a very basic example. This year, you might just want to reach out to them and saying that the admission is again open. Traditionally, we were probably sending emails, but we know that emails open rates are usually below 10%. You send them a WhatsApp. The only key is make sure that the right people are getting the right messages. You're not spamming them. And education, I think, is one of the most kind of elegant use cases of WhatsApp as it is.
Fairly put. Now let's move on to the next one. The next question, this is one technical one, so I'll leave it for the tech team once you are done. Let's go with a different one, which is what size businesses should use this platform? How large? Is asked by Himanshu.
Oh, so you have seen an HDFC using this, so you understand that very large businesses are also using it. On the other hand, and the other example I gave you was of freelancers using it, just the WhatsApp business app, which is free to download. I'll say there's no restriction. You as an independent solopreneur can use it. You're a large business like a HDFC or a Lenskart or a Make My Trip, you can use it through, and WhatsApp, I think the best part about it is very flexible. It's as small or as big if you want it to be. You want to just send, one-to-one, you want to have one-to-one engagement, you can do it on WhatsApp. You want to have a WhatsApp business application so that you can represent yourself as a business, you can do that. You are a large business, you want to automate a lot of your customer support, a lot of your customer engagement, you can do that. There's no scale really, it can be of any scale.
That sounds about right. The next one is, what is your WhatsApp solution different from softwares and market having only lifetime or annual cost? I guess it's not what, it's how. How is your WhatsApp solution different from softwares and market having only lifetime or annual cost? I guess that's about the packages.
Right. Okay. So the costs that we have are annual costs. That is one, if it is just about pricing.
Yeah.
Second is, how are we different? So we tick all the WhatsApp boxes, all the solutions that we give. But I think, if I have to answer this question, I'd go beyond WhatsApp. So MyOperator is an omni-channel communication platform. And as I said, your customers are not connecting you over one channel. They might be connecting you on WhatsApp. They might be connecting you over IVR. They might be connecting you over SMS. Now, the good part of a solution of a CPaaS platform or communication platform as a service like MyOperator is able to integrate or orchestrate all these various channels. So you get an IVR call from a customer, and you can, that you can configure the API to send across a survey form right after the call to rate the conversation or rate the agent that your customer has just talked with. So I guess it is across all these integrations, CRM integrations, IVR integrations with a lot of other communication channels. This is what makes a solution unique. At the end of the day, though WhatsApp is great, it's highly unlikely that it will replace all other means of communication. You will still have voice, you'll still probably have SMS, you'll still have, you'll also have WhatsApp, you'll have chat. Your idea as a business would be to how well you can orchestrate all of this together. And that is where we play a very key role.
That's again sounding right. We have quite a lot of questions here, so I'll just pick them up, as quickly as possible. So first of all, can you share the pricing structure for business use as well as personal use? And we can use our own existing number, or will you provide a number? I guess there are two questions here.
Right. So, for personal use, so WhatsApp is free. So I mean, Meta doesn't charge you, so how can we charge you? In terms of business use, our packages start somewhere from around 38,000 per year. I'll have to look at myoperator.com/WhatsApp for the detailed pricing structures that we have. Having said that, your requirement might be very specific. So I would say do schedule a demo. The demo is free. And then, according to requirement, it could be, plus or minus. So I wouldn't want to give you a pricing right on this call here. I rather want to understand your requirement. Come and schedule a demo. And a demo is, as I said, is free for you. We'll have a consulting phase with you, and then basis the requirement, we can take it forward. On your number, I think you can use your number, but I still, want to check the feasibility with the technical team. There are certain numbers which can be used, certain numbers which can't be. So when you sign up for a demo, it's also a question that can be evaluated at that point.
That sounds about right. Now, the next thing is from Ankit Jain, apparently similar names. So the person is asking about commercials, also which you have answered by now, that the commercials are totally dependent upon what you need. So Ankit, that is for you, that you can check out myoperator.com/WhatsApp, and there you can schedule a demo with our team. They'll let you know the commercials based on your business necessities. The other question Ankit has is, does this work 24/7? I guess Rimjhim, that's a very quick one that you can take.
So, if you're see, whether this works 24/7, any technology works 24/7. Unlike us, fortunately, a robot doesn't need to sleep, or tech doesn't need to sleep. So your automated conversations can work 24/7. So when I say hi to HDFC and he's saying, do you need a loan? That will work 24/7 because it's tech, and tech doesn't sleep. After that, if an agent has to kind of intervene and take, a next set of questions that I ask on WhatsApp, at the end of the day, user is starting, and not every answer might be answered by the bot. That obviously depends on your business availability. If you have agents working in the night, the platform will work in the night. If you don't, then the automated part will happen. You can always set an out of the office hours, reply to go after say 10 p.m. or whenever is your close of business hours. You can say that this is, if you want to talk to a customer service agent, contact us tomorrow at 9 a.m. So your bot can always be configured to send that message.
Sounds about right. Okay, so the next question is from Gautam. I'm taking up the questions regarding the service first, and then we can have Sonam from our tech team. She's here, so she'll take the technical questions, which I'll keep for the last time.
Right. If Sonam is here, then she can also answer this question on the number part better. So maybe when she starts, she can also answer that again. Yeah.
Definitely. So before that, we have one question from Gautam Mani asking, we are using MyOperator to handle the inbound customer calls using IVR. That's great, Mani. Thank you. How WhatsApp can be integrated in MyOperator, and what are the commercials for that? As commercials have already been discussed. Also, does this need to comply with any regulatory guidelines like SMSs?
So the guidelines that you have, and I'll also let Sonam add to this, because she has been doing the technical evaluations of it, are Meta's guidelines here. So you need to have an approved business manager ID. You need to have a business number. You need to have a display name. It's Meta's guidelines, not the TRI guideline that you have to follow here, unlike SMS. But I still let Sonam answer this question if there are more technical documents or more kind of regulatory documents that are required when you do this. Second is, if you're already using IVR for us, yes, we can integrate WhatsApp for you. It totally depends on the use cases that you are talking about. Some of the use cases, for example, there's a customer who's working with us in the QSR segment. For them, after a delivery call, we send out a WhatsApp message saying that thank you for your order. Sorry, after an order, on-call order, the message can be sent out via WhatsApp, thanking the customer for the order and giving all the order details. So these are the kind of integrations or customization that can be done for you, basis your business need. But I'll ask Sonam to answer this question about what is needed from a
Sure.
Before we, so that's what I was saying. Before we end this up, let's ask Sonam only on this question. That Sonam, how do we do it?
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Rimjhim. So basically about integration, when we're talking about the integration with MyOperator and WhatsApp, so ideally we have template message APIs available which can help you to initiate WhatsApp messages whenever there is a call ended at MyOperator. So like we have after call messaging services, we do have WhatsApp messaging services based on integration that is absolutely possible when we're talking in line with integration with MyOperator and WhatsApp. So and there are no specific charges for that. That will be within the packages, whatever packages you will be buying for WhatsApp solutions and My Operator. So those template message APIs are uh, part of those packages only. So there is no additional charges for that also.
That sounds about right. I guess that answers Mani's question. So, Sonam, since you're answering questions here, another one for you is, on the website, do we need to add a WhatsApp or any other chat bot? I hope you can take this up.
Yeah, sure. So when we are saying about chatbot, so chatbot is an inline feature of our WhatsApp application. So there is no separate chatbots that need to be set up on the website or any other application. So chatbot will be always a in part is actually a internal part of the WhatsApp application which we are offering to our users or our clients, right? So this actually takes up a lot of automated questions and handles a lot of other queries which can be set it up very easily, and that is also an internal part of the application itself. So there is no external chatbots or any other things that needs to be set up on websites or like that. If you are buying for or if you are subscribing to this application, you will be able to use it properly.
That sounds about right. All right. The next one for you, Sonam, will be, how are we different from Vati or AI Sensei?
So, well, see, we are giving the platform similar to Vati and AI Sensei, right? I would not say that the platforms are different, right? But of course, the services which makes us different, right? So, after support services and everything will be great at our site. We will be able to help our customers rapidly and would like to cater their needs whatever they want. So these are few things which we think we are at par than AI Sensei or Vati, and also about the pricing part also.
Rimjhim, would you
There will
like to
be
add something to this?
Yeah, I'd like to add something to this. What Sonam said, is absolutely right in terms of after sales service, we've been known. But one of the things that really makes us different, if you look at an AI sensor or what is their WhatsApp platform, they're very good, there's no doubt about that. But we are an omni-channel platform. So you're coming to us for your communication needs. We're probably solving all of them. We're solving a voice communication. We're giving a voice communication channel. SMS, WhatsApp is basically one umbrella to deal with all your WhatsApp, to deal with all your communication challenges and to orchestrate it together. And it's that kind of consulting and that kind of orchestration that makes us different. If you're a modern business, as I said, you're not dealing with one channel anymore. You're dealing with multiple channels and you have to approach it holistically. It's that centralization and in all of the integrations with the major tools in the market, like say a Truecaller or a Zapier, etc. That's what makes us truly integrated. And that what makes us truly unified. I guess that's where we make it that this unified communication as a service is where we differentiate from, say, from service providers who are giving you one solution.
Sounds about right. Cool. Okay. So the next one is from Siddharth. I guess, Sonam, again, this will be for you. Can we switch our WhatsApp number from other provider to you, that is to my operator?
Yeah, absolutely. This can be done. There will be no such challenges because this might be confusing sometimes for the clients because they think that Facebook Business Manager verified ID can be used only with one service provider, which is not true. So you can always use that with various service providers. So you can always switch your services from one to another. That is absolutely possible.
That's okay. That's totally understandable here. All right. If we have any questions for uh, you, Guru Sonam. So at the moment, I guess there are none. Only a few questions that Rimjhim, I think you can take up in like one liner or two, which are mostly about usage of this particular platform. So if you can let people know how to increase inquiries through WhatsApp business marketing platforms.
How to increase inquiries? Make sure that people know that you're using WhatsApp and broadcast your number better. Add it to your website, add it to your social channels. And that's a way, make sure people are familiar with the number. They will reach you through WhatsApp and they know that you're on WhatsApp. So you will let people know that, it's kind of a chicken and egg problem, right? So let people know. So you have to make sure that, your WhatsApp, if I were in your place, I'd add it to my website, I'd add it to all my social channels. I'd add it to whichever interaction point that I have with the customer. And that's the way, you can increase inquiries at the end of the day.
Sounds about right. The next is from Shikha. She's asking, how will it be helpful in B2B business? Let's say for a laundry software provider company. That's quite a specific use case, but we can give, say, a couple of lines about B2B businesses.
Laundry software provider. So you sell softwares to laundries, I guess. So laundries are your end customers. So again, for you, I guess it would be more, sales enablement, number one, and then after sales service. So your laundry owners are able to contact you through WhatsApp. Again, laundry businesses typically are not high-end, white collar businesses at the end of the day. They generally SMBs. So these, generally enterprises have a tilt more towards emails. If you're dealing with enterprises, I say that, enterprise businesses, they prefer to deal with you on emails than on WhatsApp, whereas laundries are maybe single owner business or, it has very small staff. So they will appreciate you providing after sales support through WhatsApp, one. Second is if you have a deal cycle, I'm guessing that people come and, raise an inquiry with you, they see a demo or, the deal cycle, I'm guessing, something like a laundry software will have a deal cycle of say maybe 2 weeks to 4 weeks or 6 weeks. I don't know what exactly your deal cycle is. So engaging your prospects through that deal cycle, sending them relevant information, nudging them for demos, let's say. That's another place that you can use. B2B, these are two primary use cases, sales enablement, and not all B2B use cases, not all B2B companies may support use case become relevant, but given your target audience, I think the support use case also becomes relevant.
All right. That is a good one here. Okay. So Sridhar is asking, how do you compare yourself with Gupshup, whose one platform connects to 30 plus channels, including WhatsApp?
Well, people generally see, I wouldn't want to, get into that, us versus them on this call. I like to keep this very neutral, but generally people come and tell us that we have better voice clarity. And that's not me speaking, that's, Capterra or G2 or Google speaking, essentially my customers speaking on them. Right. So it's for you to judge and evaluate us at the end of the day.
Surely. And one last question for you, then I'll just take a couple more for Sonam and we'll end the session here. Other questions can be answered definitely via emails, or we can ask our advisors to reach out to people. So Siddharth is asking, how can you help get a verified green tick? I guess he's asking about the WhatsApp green tick. How do you get it?
Right. Sona, would you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. So WhatsApp green tick, ideally, there are a few conditions that need to be followed, and Meta, they check for this. So basically, your Facebook followers, that there should be at least 10,000 Facebook followers on Facebook for your business web page. And about the leads should be organic in nature. There should be some, at least 5 or 6 published articles that should be there, which Meta always checks. So such few conditions are there which Meta analyzes, and then accordingly green tick is given by the Meta. So these are not the fixed guidelines, I would say, that needs to be followed, but yeah, these are some of the guidelines which are taken care while giving green tick.
Okay. So these are like set of these are not in paper per se, but these are how we have seen that people
Things
get
which
a
they
meeting.
always, yeah, they always check and then accordingly they give the meeting.
All right. Okay. An important question has come up is that can I gather details as a form input? Like in my case, I need to ask series of questions depending upon the answer provided by the user. Can I design some sort of form on WhatsApp?
So this can be done through chatbot. This is absolutely possible. The chatbot asks you multiple questions like your name, your age, right, and what is the size of your business or what product you are interested in. So these are like just an example. These kind of questions can be set up through a chatbot, and this form can be sent to you to put it in your database at the back end. That is absolutely possible.
Okay. And one couple of questions, sorry, for that remain are, do you provide one common live agent platform for all these channels, that is voice, SMS, WhatsApp business?
We don't have one common channel, but yeah, we do have multiple channels which are catering all these things which you just mentioned, Sanad. So, like we have my operator for voice calling. We have WhatsApp, separate panel for entertaining WhatsApp leads. Then we have SMS bulk messaging platform as well, and we do have campaigning in my operator, which is automated voice plus campaigning, right? And if in case somebody wants to opt for WhatsApp panel services, then we have campaigning for WhatsApp messages as well. Then based on the tier 1, 2, 3, 4, you can send bulk messages up to unlimited users as well, right? So that's how it works.
All
Not
right.
not a common platform, but yeah, one company which is providing all
All the
the.
solutions.
Yes.
So we have different dashboards, yes, but under one roof of my operator and with the reliability of my operators after sales support, you can get all these services in one place. Now, one last question for you, Sonam, before we end this session is, does the pricing vary as per the size of the messages that you're sending out, KB, MB, or does it vary on the number of messages that are being sent out?
So about the pricing part, if you're talking about the message, WhatsApp messages, if you're talking about, so it doesn't vary as per the size of the messages. In the plan, whatever plan you go for, basic or advanced, we have 1,000 messages, which is a part of it, right? Which is not going to get charged. But after 1,000 messages, then the charges will start going to get applied. That too based on BIC and UIC, like Rimjhim just mentioned in her presentation.
Right.
She completely covered that part. So based on that, it get varied, right? And also on the basis of plan. So this is about WhatsApp. And but yeah, there is a difference in the charges in the case of SMS part. If in case you're sending messages, then there is a limit of characters that has to be adhered to, and accordingly the prices are charged.
It's understandable. Thank you so much, Sonam and Rimjhim, for answering all of these questions that people have. Thank you, audience, for asking all these questions so that, not only it's you who is getting informed about things. There could be so many people who would have had the same questions and they got informed just because you asked the right questions. Once again, guys, thank you so much for attending this webinar, and Rimjhim and Sonam for being here. Rimjhim for giving the masterclass on the entirety of this thing. I guess after this, people will know how to use WhatsApp marketing to engage their customers to literally a maximum limit.
Thanks so much, Sanat, for being such a good host. And thanks, audience, again. Thanks, everyone. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I guess, the SoftwareSuggest will be sharing this deck or recording with you, so to have all the details. Otherwise, you could just simply go to the website, or if you're on LinkedIn, feel free to connect, and we can have more conversations on this.
Correct. That will be great. So that's it. That's how we wind this up. Thank you so much, guys. You can visit myoperator.com/WhatsApp for more information and speaking to our advisors. Thank you so much.